What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? Welcome to the PT channel. I'm One Eyebrow. You don't know if I'm winking or I'm blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about The Walking Dead. And in this video, we're going to talk about The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 14, a little bit about Episode 9, 13. So obviously, spoiler warning for The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 13 and 14. If you're worried about spoilers, just stop watching. But we're going to break down The Walking Dead 9:14 trailer. Michonne is looking for Judith, and I'm worried about Judith, but I think she'll be all right. Season 9, Episode 14, titled Scars, an outsider's arrival forces Alexandria to rehash devastating old wounds. Eye-opening secrets from the past are revealed. But we saw where Beta was in Episode 9:13. And I'm going to have a whole separate video talking about the Daryl and Beta fight, why it was good, why it was bad, why it didn't make sense, and how you going to get out of this, Beta, and what did you break? What did you not break? Do the Whisperers even know where you are? Are there any Whisperers on the first floor? I guess you'll just go through the elevator, the top hatch, like they love to do in movies, but Beta could be out of commission for a while. We saw Beta, but we didn't see Alpha. Where did Alpha go? I believe she went to the fair, and we could potentially see her in Episode 9:15 and 16, maybe a little bit of 9:14 if they go that route, but I don't think we'll see where she went until Episode 9:15. But that's my early thoughts. And I'm ready for the fair. But 9:14, the trailer at least, starts with Michonne and Aaron talking and saying Daryl's here and he's not alone. And Michonne's like, what? Who did he bring? Why is he here? Daryl hasn't been here in years. Why is he here? So Daryl, Lydia, Henry, and Connie are outside the gates of Alexandria. And Michonne's like, what about her? And Henry's like, that's my girl now. And you don't know what we've been through, Michonne, and she's with us. But you can see Laura next to Michonne, and Aaron as well are on the top platform at the gates of Alexandria. Well, Henry doesn't say all that. He just says, she's with us. Michonne lets them all come in, and then there's a sneak peek of Michonne talking with Lydia. Lydia doesn't talk, but Michonne just tells her, I made decisions. Tough decisions. Decisions that have made this place stay alive. And basically on the lines that she said before about the tough decisions that she had to make, but we don't see that here. It's in the sneak peek. Then we see Michonne opening a box. What's in the box? What's in the box? Well, we'll see. And some people aren't sure of the timeline because they're going to play with time in this episode. It's a flashback to the present time, maybe another flashback, maybe several of them. But you see a box that has Judith's name on it. Michonne is opening it. And what jumps out at me is the painting of the flowers on the wall. Clearly, it's look at the flowers. But what does it mean? Who's in danger? Are we going to lose somebody this episode or in the upcoming episodes? I believe in the upcoming episodes, but I'm not sure about this one. And are they the same flowers that were Rick's bedside in the pilot? Well, it doesn't look like it. But did you notice that Rick looked at the flowers in the pilot? Oh man, was it foreshadowing all along that we were going to lose Rick at some point? Oh man, it makes you think. But Michonne is looking at Rick's gun, and she took it out of the box. So, is this somewhere in the timeline of right after Rick went away, that Michonne was pregnant, and then she decided to give the gun to Judith? Or did she take the gun away from Judith at some point? It's hard to tell the timeline, but I'm thinking that this is when Michonne takes it out of the box, cleans it, and then eventually gives it to Judith, because Judith had the gun when we saw her in Episode 9:05 and 9:06, and she's had it when she shot at Negan. So there it is right there. So at some point, she got it from Michonne because Michonne found the gun. We'll highlight that in a second. But Judith is a character that I love. I met Kaylee Fleming recently, and it made me love the character even more because Kaylee is awesome, super cute, super sweet, and I'm just excited to see the character in the episode and beyond. Daryl and Judith will have some dialogue. There's a sneak peek of that. And I have to say, it's about time. Judith and Daryl have not interacted for a long, long time. And I mean, Daryl was there when Judith was born at the prison. He gave her a nickname of Little Ass Kicker. I hope that comes back around. I want to hear something like that. And I love previous callbacks, Easter eggs, and connections. It's going to be interesting to see how Judith potentially changes Daryl's outlook going forward, because I think that's going to happen here. Especially when Judith asks Daryl, what would my dad do? Pretty interesting. Then we see Daryl most likely in a flashback. You can see the outfit, the longer hair. The coloring just looks like the flashback. That's what they're going to do in this episode, I believe. Present day will be one color, and the flashback will be another color, and we'll clearly see a difference. Some people are thinking, I don't know if they're trying to be funny, that RJ is Daryl's baby. And I don't know, that would make it such a soap opera feel, and that would be pretty terrible. I'm gonna go with RJ is Rick's son. Rick is the father. Rick is the father. And I just wanted to highlight the coloring of the flashback scene here that we'll see in episode 9:14. Then we see Michonne riding a horse in a field going after or towards someone. Is she going to rescue Judith? Is she going to save Daryl? What is going on here? Is it the Whispers? Is it walkers? Is someone in trouble? I can't wait to find out, and I hope it's not Judith. Then we see Daryl, and it looks like the flashback. Just the coloring, the shirt, the outfit, the hair, and who does he have his crossbow pointed at? A walker? A whisper? Doesn't fit the whisper if it's a flashback. The highwayman? Or the person or people responsible for the scars, which are the X scars on Michonne and Daryl, and also probably the scar above Daryl's eye, his left eye, and the X scars on Daryl and Michonne's back. Then we see a walker, a lone walker in an overgrown field, and I believe Michonne in the present day, or at least after she gave birth to RJ, comes and slices the walker, ting, takes the walker out, and you can see the hair. Well, it's not the best picture. The hair is of the new hairstyle where it's shaved on the one side. And I really hope they answer that. And I think they will. I believe they'll answer it in this episode because we're running out of episodes. We have 3 more episodes this season, 14, 15, and 16. Then we see an overhead shot of Michonne surrounded by walkers. They could be whispers, but I just think they're walkers, and Michonne kills the one to the right of her, and then the one in the blue shirt, I believe. And what's going on here? Is Michonne trying to save someone? Is it Judith? Is it Daryl? Is it Henry, Lydia, Connie? And I just feel like Judith wanted to go out and do something big and help people. And we did see Judith do this before, recently when she found Negan, and also before when she saved Magna's group. She was with Aaron and the other group, but she went on her own a little bit. And then we see Michonne scream Judith, like she's looking for Judith. Judith is in danger and in trouble. Now, I think that Judith went out on her own after talking with Daryl to do something big to help Hilltop or go after the Whispers or something else. But the fact that Michonne is screaming Judith means that Judith is here somewhere. I believe Judith would be okay, but it's got me a little concerned that she won't be. But if you look at Michonne's outfit here and also here, it looks to be the same one, and she's with Judith. Now again, I don't know of the timeline, but this looks to be the same shirt that Judith was wearing when she rescued Magna and Magna's group. Not sure of the timeline, but I can't wait to find out, but Judith looks to be okay. And in a separate video, there's a video going around about the opening minutes, you see Michonne find Rick's gun, and it looks to be around the bridge, but it's hard to tell. But you can tell by the outfit that it's back then when Rick blew up the bridge and then went away on the helicopter. And you don't see a belly bump on Michonne. So Michonne finds the gun. And if you watch episode 905, they clearly say over the radio, we found it, we found his gun. And so Michonne, I guess, is the one that found it. And this might give Michonne hope that Rick was still alive. Because that's probably why Michonne is so adamant to find him, that he's out there somewhere. And it's fitting that Michonne would find the gun, and that gives her hope, like, he's got to be out there. This is a sign. I found this gun. He's got to be somewhere around here too. So Michonne and Daryl will be out looking for Rick, and we'll see that in the flashbacks, I believe. I can't wait to see how it goes down. We see Rick's gun here. Again, I'm not sure when this is. Clearly, Michonne has the gun at some point, and to me, it makes the most sense that Judith could have been out on her own, trying to do something, and she wasn't ready, and she couldn't protect herself, and Michonne's like, here, take your father's gun to protect yourself, and she tries and practices with it, and Judith gets better and better with the gun. But I'm definitely excited about the flashback. I think we're going to get answers about it. We had to wait since episode 906 and 907 to find out some answers. I'm hoping we get answers about the scars, the X scars, and what happened to Daryl's face, and everything in between, but that's the thumbnail for the video that we talk about it a little bit more. You can see Michonne in the same exact spot that Rick was, I believe. You can see where the trees were, and you can see the dead zombie body that I believe Michonne just killed in pretty much the same spot where Rick was. You can see it right there, the trees and the water and everything. So that's pretty cool. I'm already liking the Easter eggs and connections that I'm just seeing from the opening minutes, the sneak peeks, and everything. And I really hope episode 914 gives us a lot of answers. Post some more questions. I'm excited to see the movies as well. What's going to happen with Rick? Where did he go? Did he go to Ohio, Pittsburgh, DC, Georgia, aircraft carrier? I get asked this pretty much every day on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and YouTube. What happened to Rick? And I wish I knew. But there is Rick's gun in the box that was for Judith. Well, is probably for Judith. So again, I don't know the timeline, the time frame, the flashbacks, but we look to be getting more than one flashback, potentially in episode 914. And I hope it makes sense and it's not confusing, because when they play with time, sometimes when they jump forward, jump back, present day, jump back, it's jumping around too much. But I have faith that The Walking Dead will do well with it. And I'm excited for episode 914, which airs this Sunday. And I hope, just like we all hope, we get answers this Sunday. Now, some people are believing that the Whispers will kidnap Judith. What do you think about that? I don't want to see that. And I mean, we already had the trade with Luke and Alden for Lydia. Is that what they're going to do again? Trade Judith for Lydia? That doesn't make sense. I personally don't want to see that. The writers can do whatever the writers are going to do, as it can be up in the air right now. Judith is not a part of this story by any means. She's not in the comics at this point, so it's interesting to see what's going to be the changes for the show, as we already had them. So let me know your thoughts, post your comments below, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And remember guys, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Believe in yourself, you can do it. It's about love, support, staying positive, being real, making memories, and as always, tell them Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys. Honestly, thank you.